Yes, so welcome to the watch along session between Manchester United and Arsenal. Between Manchester United and Arsenal. Welcome. All right, it's 4:30. It's time to watch our match between Arsenal and Manchester United. Just in case you're joining us for the first time, this is Career Boss Podcast, Sport Edition. Of course, my name is Casey, the field footballer. What we have right here is a watch-along session between Arsenal and Manchester United. Of course, the match should kick off any moment from now. Let's see. Yes, players are going into the field right now. They are marching into the field. There's no better time to be an Arsenal fan. I actually envy every Arsenal fan right here. And of course, tell us where you're watching from. Drop in the comment section. What do you think will be the outcome of this match? Let's hear your predictions as the match begins. The match has started. Arsenal versus Manchester United. Saka with the ball, trying to do some early stunts. Of course, Saka would always be Saka. Trying to see if he could salvage something for Arsenal as usual. He's become the key man in that team. Saka giving Kai Havertz with the ball. No, wow. Almost scored a goal right now. I mean, Kai Havertz, Saka combination. That's a perfect start for Arsenal. So, of course, the watch along session, it's geared to keep you engrossed with the match. You might be watching the watch along from your home, and you're watching, of course, with your television and all that, but then you want to know expert opinion about Manchester and Arsenal. You want to get other people's opinion. That's the essence of watch along sessions. Almost a goal for Arsenal. Of course, Saka always trying to create something where there's nothing. Always trying to create something where there's nothing. I mean, Saka. Mm. Arsenal's having the throw-in, of course, in the Manchester United half. Trying to cook up something. It's still the early part of the match. Everybody's trying to settle down. It's not going to be an easy match, of course, but then let's see where the boys will get to. Mm. Mm. Oh, almost a goal. Almost a goal for United. Just in case you're just joining us, of course, just give me some 10 seconds. If you're joining us, this is a watch along session between Arsenal and Manchester United. While we still await our guests to join us here in the studio, the match has started. Yes. Where are you watching from? Of course, we need your predictions. This match obviously have good consequences, especially for Manchester United. Arsenal needs to win this match to guarantee themselves hope for winning the Premier League this season. Manchester United need to win this match to, of course, position themselves for European competition next season. So this is a match of high value and we expect it to be intense. Where are you watching from? Of course, let's hear from you. Let's hear from you. Yes, yes, yes. Where are you watching from? Manchester United. Wow. Arsenal on the offense. Uh, Amrabat to the rescue. Amrabat to the rescue for Manchester United. Of course, let's know where you are watching from. We want to know where you are watching from. Content. That's my life. Of course, let us know where you're watching from. Currently, Manchester United are positioned on the 8th of the table. They are at the 8th position of the Premier League table. They need this win so they could topple Chelsea and keep their hopes for European competition alive. United need this win. And currently Arsenal, they are second on the table with 88 points, just 3 points tailing Manchester City. Of course, we are still expecting our guests as they are trying to connect. Our guests are still trying to connect. What do we have going on? What do we have going on? Send in your predictions. And of course, if you predict right, you get the chance to win our prize. Of course, the match is going as planned. The match is going as planned. If you're just joining us, welcome. This is the sport edition of Career Boss Podcast, and we are engrossed with the match between Manchester United and Arsenal. Currently 13 minutes, and they are still playing 0-0. But of course, the match is hot. To say the least, the match is hot. No team is playing on the defense. Everybody's putting their best foot forward. And of course, like we said before, everybody's putting their best foot forward because Arsenal needs this win to keep their title hopes alive. Manchester United need this win to keep their European hopes alive. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Thank you very much, Jude Tuve. Thank you very much. You are a Manchester United fan from what I can see today. At least you're supporting Manchester United for today. I'm not sure if you're a Man U fan or a Chelsea fan. However, you are going for Manchester to win the day. In terms of form, I don't think Manchester United have any chance in this match if we are to go by form. But of course, this is the English Premier League. Anything can happen. There are no small teams. Even teams that are in poor form get to deliver in big games and in big matches. That is it. That's what's up. Thank you for joining us. This is the Career Boss Podcast, Sport Edition. My name remains Casey, the field footballer, and of course, we are having this review of the hot English Premier League between Chelsea and Manchester United and Arsenal. I don't know why I keep calling Chelsea. Come on. Maybe because I'm a Chelsea fan, maybe. Of course, both teams are still trying to get used to each other's playing style. They're still trying to settle the game. Manchester United, and Arsenal. Arsenal are pushing from the back and playing a back three today. On the attack, Arsenal plays a back three from what I can see, obviously, from the match. If Manchester United give Arsenal half a chance, Arsenal will take it. Because currently they are in top form, and I don't see anybody taking it from them. Hmm. Where are you watching from? Let's hear your predictions for the match, of course, between Arsenal and Manchester United. We want to hear your predictions. Jude Tiover said, sorry, Gunners, the league is going to Man City. Sad news. um, I need my colleagues to come into the studio. Of course, I need to laugh. I need to have a good laugh against them. Um, talking about Arsenal, something comes to mind: the near success syndrome. So, is this the season where they are going to break, or are we just going to see a typical Arsenal performance and probably come best second again in the league? Let's hear from you. Let's hear from you. Let's hear from you guys. Goal! Arsenal has scored. We said it. We said it that do not give Arsenal any chance. We won. I won Manchester United. I saw the tempo of the game and I won Manchester United. If you give these guys half a chance, they will convert it. Yes. Of course. Here we go. Here we go. Welcome,
Yes.
Clint. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You decided to connect when Arsenal is already leading. This
No,
is
no, no.
conspiracy theory. I can see it. No.
No,
Please, what
no,
do you
no,
mean?
I had a bit of a delay getting to the office, so but I'm here now.
Oh, okay. Welcome. Of
Thank
course,
you.
like I was trying to say, this is a good time to be an Arsenal fan.
Really, really.
This is a good time to be an Arsenal fan. I can't remember when last Arsenal fans were this happy.
Wow, you know the story.
I know the story.
We've been through a lot. We've been through a lot. So it's finally good to see everything coming together after so many years of trying to replicate what we had before now. It's coming together. We're not there yet. We still have a bit to make up what we need in the team.
Yes.
Still need a strong backup for Saka because you can see that his burnout. Plays virtually all the matches.
All the games, yes.
Now to England, he plays virtually all the games. And the boy is a machine. That's all I can say. It's a machine. It takes a lot.
Nigeria lost one eagle there. That guy's an
Seriously,
eagle.
that's one eagle gone.
One eagle that went to become a lion.
Seriously. I guess being a lion pays him more. Because the truth is, if he was to play for the Super Eagles, maybe, just maybe, he wouldn't have this much success. we can look at other players that had similar potentials, and when they switched their allegiance to the Eagles, it didn't turn out the way was expected. I don't know why, but I think there's something wrong with our Eagles. Probably the NFF. The NFF. I think it's the NFF, because these are good players in their clubs, but when it comes to the national team issue, it's a problem.
They don't turn up.
They don't turn up at all. So there must be something wrong. There must be something wrong.
Nigeria is a different thing altogether, and of course the Super Eagles is a different
I agree.
We, of course, recently we just saw the new coach they appointed. It's too early to judge. It's too early to judge. We need to judge, but hopefully he's going to come with the goods.
That's if they will give him the free hand to operate. That's one thing
It's about him having the technical ability. I don't even think it's about him having the free hand. It's about him having the technical ability to influence the game and influence the players, and of course influence the match as at when he has to. Because we've seen foreign coaches coach the Super Eagles, and just when they are supposed to make good calls or good decisions, they just remain dumb on the seats, on the bench, and they let the game. I won't forget the AFCON finals. That's just one painful. I was angry on behalf of the player. It's not even on behalf of Nigeria. So I was angry on behalf of Super Eagles because
zero technical know-how, zero.
You understand?
Zero.
You understand?
In
so
that
you're
match,
looking at your game and you're already seeing it right from the first half that people have captured. They've taken your game.
Yes.
And you left everything, not until 70-something minutes or thereabouts. You started bringing in Ian Acho to come and do magic.
The truth is, you know me very well when we were in school. If I was to be the coach that night, oh my God. With the kind of players we have,
superstars, world stars, attacking players we had in the Super
They will kill you with attack. To me, I know how to set up my team. If it comes to that, I know how to set up my team. And you have to get the results. You just have to. You just have to.
It's just a painful experience. We just lost a cup, an AFCON cup that we should have just converted to ourselves.
And
beautiful.
The hosts were playing with fear up until they got into the game. They were playing with fear up until we let them come into the game. And we paid for it.
We paid dearly. We paid dearly, not just regulation. We atoned and paid, and also paid tax.
Seriously.
On that match. But then, how do we move forward? The Super Eagles is a different game altogether. Would Saka have made a difference in the Super Eagles? That would be a different discussion altogether. But then we are happy for the likes of Lookman, Boniface, Osimhen, Iheanacho, Ndidi, even the Iwobi that was the scapegoat. We are also proud and happy for him and his performances right now in his club. There's no better time to be a Super Eagle, actually, and there's no better time to be a Super Eagle fan. That's why we hope to get the good coach. But then with this recent appointment, we can't tell. And the reason we can't tell is not because we don't like Finidi, it's just because we can't see any track record.
Yes. I would have preferred Amunike because you can see the records.
Yes.
We
just need records. You understand? So it's not like we are beefing Finidi or anything, but for you to coach the giant of Africa like the Super Eagles, you need to have character, because these players are not. They shouldn't just respect you because you're a former player or you're a legend. That's not enough to give enough respect. Coaching players right now, because of the quality they have and of course the financial value they have with their clubs. They want, a coach that will speak and they will listen. And that's basically what we need in the Super Eagles: high-level discipline. But with this appointment, we cannot see. We will save most of those discussions when we get to the AFCON qualifiers, watch along. For now, just in case you are joining us, this is Arsenal versus Manchester United, English Premier League match. And the match is very important. It's very, 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 very important because Arsenal needs this win to keep their title chances alive. Of course, they have Manchester City there to defeat in terms of points if they are to get this Premier League. I would actually want an Arsenal to win, not because I really have any whatever about Arsenal, but then Manchester City has won it a lot. Let another club win. Yes, Arsenal have time, energy, and you can see what Arsenal is trying to do. Like, you can see their progress over time. It's just a matter of you wishing them all the best and say, okay, this is the time, get your cup. Liverpool played like this, at a season, either 3 seasons there about ago, and they won it.
Yeah.
So you are seeing the same thing Arsenal is doing. The game they are playing, the pattern they are playing with, the style, the finesse, and you are just hoping that they would win Manchester City to that cup. But then it's left to be decided. And of course, Manchester United need this win so they can have chances for any European competition next season. So the two teams are actually going out in full force to get a win in this match. What a time to be an Arsenal fan, I must say. I keep repeating that. Clint, when I think of Arsenal, I think of 3 people. I think of Mr. Clint. I think of another thing called near success syndrome.
Okay,
I think of near success syndrome when I think of Arsenal.
Forget to say the goal.
What else? Like that. Welcome, Sam. The wall.
I think the
this is another Arsenal fan trying to bring. You want to choke me, eh? You want to. You not choke. For I know you was plan. I was hoping I would get one person that will call it as a Manchester United fan so that I can see hope. But two Arsenal fans right now in the stadium, of course.
So you go make them want to carry a 5-star this time.
Will I call myself as an ex-Chelsea fan?
Wait, they say who can last the match? Are you there? Chelsea they buy everybody?
Who's your standout player for the season, Clint? In Arsenal?
Sorry?
Who's your standout player this season?
It's obvious now. Rice, baby.
Rice,
baby. He made the difference in that team. Yes, Havertz did well, but the truth is, if we had not gotten Declan Rice when we got him, Havertz wouldn't be doing what he's doing. So Declan Rice was like that apple you need to hold that midfield down. You get for others to now thrive. It was a difference. Yes, when Havertz came in, we didn't see what Arteta was trying to do because yes, he did well in Germany before he came to Chelsea, and was more like, apart from the Champions League final goal, it was just like a so, it's just as the season kept going, we're now seeing what Arteta was trying to do. It was more like the joker in the team. When his work rate is excellent. The way he starts is the same way he will finish. His work rate is high. And he can play.
Oh, my listening is bad.
The truth is for Declan Rice,
Very, very bad.
For our fans watching from England, of course, this is.
I can't hear what people are saying.
Popular opinion. And Mr. Sam, your background is loud. I will have to move you. The popular opinion here in England is sometimes some of these players are overhyped, and you would be very honest with yourself that sometimes yes they are, but then they're actually quality players. So when the story of Declan Rice started, just like Birmingham, I was saying it in our last podcast with Real Madrid Champions League. I was like, Bellingham, when he came, I was one of those people that said, let's give him time. It's too early to just rate him and say he would do well. Let's give him time. And I watched some couple of matches with Bellingham, and I saw his movement. I saw his technique, and I was like, okay, this guy is worth it. Probably going to be the next Lampard. But then Declan Rice, when everybody said they wanted Declan Rice, we're like, what? Even Lampard, when Lampard was in Chelsea, it was like, give me Declan Rice. Everybody's like Declan Rice. And well, we can see what he is doing, but then is he worth all that, Clint? Is he worth all that? I mean, Declan Rice.
In my opinion,
or he's still a work in progress.
In my opinion, with the market realities, I think we cheated West Ham. We cheated West Ham. He's a proper box-to-box midfielder. He wins you the balls. He breaks attacks. The opponent attacks. And he also leads attack. Sometimes you see him. He's a complete box-to-box midfielder. Complete.
In terms of world midfielder, will you rate him as top 5?
That's a difficult one.
Will you rate him top 5 in the world right now? I mean,
that's a difficult one. You have a lot of good midfielders out there. I won't lie to you. But I'll put him in top 10.
Top 10.
Because I think he can walk into a certain Man U and get a shirt, certain Chelsea and get a shirt. A certain Barcelona, I can argue it. There are a couple of decent teams you can walk into and pick up a shirt. That's why I would say top 10. Top 10.
Of course, if you say he can walk into Chelsea and he can walk into Manchester United, then you've obviously given him a top 5. Because I can now think of maybe 1 or 2 midfielders in Manchester City, then maybe 1 or 2 midfielders in Real Madrid, and probably 1 or 2 midfielder in PSG and in Bayern Munich that I can say would be better than him. So, but then top 10 is a fair one for Declan Rice, and I wish him all the best because it started like it was a hype. Everybody just Declan Rice, give me Declan Rice. And at least now we can see how he's performing. Even in the England colours, he's doing very, very well.
Yes.
He's doing very well. Lately, I would want to see maybe Havertz. Saka has not really been, he's been adding to games, but let's say for last season, he was better off last season. But Saka is still Saka, trying to influence games, trying to impact games. But maybe the goals and the stats are high.
Saka is experiencing a burnout. He's played a lot of matches. And he has no backup. When you put Reece Nelson there, is not the same as when you have a Saka. Even when you play Jesus there in that same wing, it's not the same as when you have a Saka. That's why I said it's part of what I think Arsenal should need to work on in this transfer window. Get a cover for Saka. So there are matches that you just resting, the cover should play, right? Just like we have for Martinelli. Right now, Martinelli is struggling to get his shirt back from Trossard because you have somebody that can equally do that thing you're doing. You get so you need to get a cover for Saka, and it's also good for competition because it will help him reinvent himself, right? It will help him also find ways to get around players even better. Because right now, I notice when you have 2-3 men on the team, like other teams do now, it's hard for him to cope. It's hard for him to cope. But usually, when you have 2 men on the team, he knows what to do. You get so.
I just need to do DSTV. They don't show us the match. I've been waiting. Man, you now 1-0 you dey collect. By the time this thing will come back again, it will be 2 or 3.
Mr. Sam, are you supposed to be with us or you are with DSTV? Which one?
I don't think he can hear us.
I just muted him now. You can't hear us.
He can't hear us.
Let me unmute him. Sam, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
I have to mute you because I don't know your background. I don't know if we're shouting DSTV and we're not marketing DSTV now. So
we plenty for you, because
okay. So it's like you guys are doing joint watching with one ball.
Yeah. Let me turn the camera.
It's a full house.
I see.
But our DSTV no green show the boy again. No.
And that's why you have us here. That's why you have us here. Use us.
I bet they don't score again.
No. The match is still 1-0. Arsenal is leading 1-0. Mr. Sam,
like how many minutes?
What?
Yes, sir.
Are you happy with the turnout right now in terms of? I know you're happy, but then what do you stand to lose if you lose this game?
I'm not happy. This is still 1-0. I need like 5 or 6-0. Like 6-0. As in, I need that goal difference to increase. It's too small. Man City can easily buy
difference will not make you topple Manchester City. Now, Manchester City is topping you with 3 points. If I'm not mistaken, right?
No, 2 points.
No,
but right now
we still have hope that West Ham will draw Man City. That is the only thing.
Okay,
West Ham draw them now.
Is it 2 points?
But Tottenham, we don't believe in Tottenham at all. Those people will lose like 5-0. So that
are you adding this 1-0 already to the 2 points? Because this Clint, I don't trust Clint. Clint, are you adding this 1-0 to the point already?
No. Right now, the way it stands, we are topping with 1 point. The way it stands,
let me see.
That's how they look for Tottenham now. Sorry, let me change angle. The noise there is too much.
Okay, you guys are on 83 points and Manchester City is 85 points. That's 2 points.
2 points. So if
your next match is who?
That's the last match, Everton.
It's Everton. The last match, Everton.
And Manchester City is facing
West
Ham. Facing West Ham last game.
The next match is on Tuesday. That's Tottenham. The final day is West Ham.
So they have Manchester City have 2 more games to go, and they are topping you with 2 points.
So we are
it's Man City. Those people are mentioning. Yesterday I was feeling bad because In 20 minutes, I just say, these people, nobody can collect that title from them again. I'm just hoping that those guys will drop point. They should just drop. I don't care how they drop the points. Even though one of their players should just, I don't know, just fall sick. So probably
Something should just happen.
something should just happen. Thank
You
you.
have to care how they will drop the point, because if you don't care, that point cannot drop. We are talking of Manchester City, not Chelsea. If it's Chelsea that is stopping people, or Liverpool, you have hope. City at this point will rather
They're a
die
machine.
in that field. They will rather die
So-
than drop this point. So you have to care.
But
You have to care how that point will drop. You have to manufacture the means of bringing out that point from City.
No, but there's a possibility that we are cooking up. We want the FA to find them for those charges they have. I think they have almost 100 and something charges. They should just FA should just drop the point. That is the second angle for us to win this title. If the number one doesn't work, we go for the second plan B. That's our plan B. This season must not end. They must drop points.
Mr. Sam, just to remind you, this is not INEC election that you are looking for that they will
I have
vote
a question
against
for you.
Balabu or P2B. This is football. No charges will work till the season ends first. The season will end, and I'm not sure it will probably have anything to do with their point. They will probably maybe forfeit some whatever, or money, or maybe a tournament, but will it take off their points? I don't think so. The English league is a bit structured, and then we're talking of Manchester City. It's not like we're talking of Burnley. So powers would always influence sometimes.
I think we were talking about Chelsea, there will be the possibility of them dropping points. But this
City is, you know who the owners are. So ihe ego ga-azụ, ọ ga-azụkwa ya live. So ihe akwụkwa ya. So we need to get things in context. All right, just in case you're joining us, this is the watch along session between Manchester United and Arsenal here in the English Premier League. And as it stands, Arsenal is leading the game 1-0. 1-0. But then what are the hopes? What are the odds? What will this win translate for Arsenal? Will it just be one of the wins in the bag, or is it going to give them good title hopes? Let's hear from you in the comment section. Let's hear from you. What do you have to say about this? For Manchester United, of course, they have something to fight for, because they want to be in the European League next week, either the Europa or the Champions League. I know the Champions League is far away from them, but then the Europa, they need to battle it out with Chelsea and Newcastle. So Manchester United need this win. But Arsenal, will this win make any change in their title hopes? We are yet to find out. Currently, they've gone to half time, and Arsenal is leading 1-0. So now this is time for us to now explore every possible chance. And starting with that exploration right now is, I think West Ham can get something against City and not Tottenham. West Ham most likely get something against City instead of Tottenham, because of the way West Ham plays, the style they play a bit more physical football. Tottenham want to use finesse, and nobody knows the finesse more than Manchester City. And after
nobody,
City, you have Arsenal, so you cannot win me with something that I am better with against you. Do you understand? So if you want to win me, you need to win me with a criteria that I'm poor against when it comes to you. So that's why I'm thinking Tottenham might not have anything against Manchester City. Your chance is actually West Ham. And besides, West Ham are the shockers. West Ham are the shockers.
Yes. I believe in West Ham. I believe in them.
You believe West Ham will do something for you against Man City?
No, I believe in them. I believe in them.
That's what I'm saying. You believe they will help you against Man City?
Yes. Because My fear is that already Tottenham fans, the ones I know, are already saying if the coach try and turn up, he should play feeder team since they don't have anything. They don't want to go to European League. They just want to make sure Arsenal and Tottenham does not have any trophy this season. That is their own plan. So I'm not hoping on Tottenham, especially Richarlison. Richarlison can decide to, even though they are winning, Richarlison will just go and score themselves so that at least let the team be level in 9 minutes. So I don't trust Tottenham to do anything.
Are we dealing with some sort of conspiracy theory right now? Yeah, please come on. It's not that bad.
But let me ask, so where is the Man U fan?
No, the Man U fan is not here. But we have two Arsenal fans, so and I'm okay with it. I could act as a Man U fan because I'm neutral today.
No. I understand. As a Chelsea fan, the difference between Man U and Chelsea is very, very slim. So you can act as both. Gradually act as both. Hey, Chelsea. Well, after 5-0, we gave Chelsea sense. After 5-0, they started playing the best football of their season. After that loss against Arsenal.
As it stands now, Chelsea is doing well. So we can't
credit to Arsenal. All credit to Arsenal.
As it stands now, Chelsea is doing well. We can't complain. Sam, give me 1 minute.
Okay, sir. Yo, welcome to the Watch Along session. Actually, I pray we get a decent result today. I'm still waiting for the halftime whistle to blow. But though, Trossard have scored like how many goals this season already? How many goals has Trossard scored? Let me just quickly check how many goals he has scored this season. Trossard. Yeah. Let me check how many goals he has scored this season. Can somebody tell me on the comment section how many goals this season so far? Let me check.
Sorry. How many goals for who?
Trossard this season.
Oh, I think 12, yes.
12. Shit. These guys are a goal machine.
Who's that?
Trossard.
Oh, okay.
Our goal machine. Yes. 12 goals this season. Only Trossard. I'm not sure Mudryk could have given us that amount of goals. I didn't even sign that guy. That guy will be competing with Smith Rowe.
Sam, you need to stay one place. You are playing against Manchester United. You are not playing against Chelsea. Calm down. Be calming down. You are playing against Manchester United, not Chelsea.
No. I love Chelsea.
Trossard has been magnificent this season, and of course, I'm happy for him. The person that Trossard probably have to maybe apologize to is Martinelli. I guess he's the one taking that shirt away from him. So, but like you said, we that were Chelsea fans, we have nothing to lose. Chelsea has not been the best, although they've picked up a couple of games lately. They've tried, and our man Jackson. Jackson. I know what Jackson is trying to do. He does not want them to.
Senior man Jackson.
He does not want them to buy Osimhen. And last minute he already knows that Baba, if I don't perform, this guy will just carry me, turn me to ABP, Abuja Environmental Protection Board, throw me inside one of those dustbins. So the guy right now, Jackson now is he's jacking his goals right now. Like they say the kingdom of God suffer violence. And the violence take it by force. So Baba, the guy he's not. Let's use the Nigerian slogan. Good for anybody right now. If you are the Chelsea board, looking at the goals Jackson has scored right now, like in the last two couple of games, your mind will be
Yes.
like, let's try him, let's leave him till next season. Let's not get any striker yet, you know. He's still young, he will peak. So I know that's what he wants. Then if they leave him, next season he will start flopping again. Then he will wait till 30-something game of the season, then he will not start scoring. Uh-huh. He's a bipolar striker. Chelsea need a
Same goal
very
as him.
formidable player, you know. And of course, for me, it's not like I want Osimhen to come to Chelsea because I am a Nigerian before I become a Chelsea
Yeah.
fan. I'm Nigerian first, and
Yeah.
I think I would not want to see an Osimhen in Chelsea. I would want him to
Why?
go to an Arsenal or a Liverpool, you know, or a Man
Why?
City. Teams that play quality football. Don't get me wrong, Chelsea plays quality football right now under Pochettino, but the odds are still against them, of course. They need to probably prove to us next season that what they are doing right now is just test run, that they will get it better next season. Pochettino is still young in the job in Chelsea. So let's hope that next season he will find his pattern and the players can be able to adjust to what he wants to do. So Sam, like I said, your enemy is not Chelsea right now. Your enemy is Manchester United.
Okay.
The game is just 45 minutes. You still have a lot to lose if you lose this
As
game.
in a
If you
lot.
lose this game, Sam, if you lose this game, just forget about the cup.
No, that one is even draw. Even a draw, we'll forget about the cup. We'll not do anything again if we draw this game. Draw is not an option for Arsenal. We just need to push Man City to the wall. I think Arsenal have been doing a good job pushing Man City, but since we are just pushing Man City, we are not winning anything, and it's not good for us. We need to win something this season. We really need to win something this season. It's not favoring us anymore.
Welcome back to the studio. If you're just joining us, this is Sport Edition here at the Carabos studio. My name is Casey, the field footballer, and of course, I am here with Sam, the Arsenal man, and Clint, also an Arsenal fan. And we are
Yeah.
reviewing the Arsenal versus Manchester United watch along live match in the English Premier League. Currently, it stands as 1-0. Arsenal is leading Manchester United 1-0. Not the best of games we've seen, but then a win is a win, isn't it?
Exactly. That is what we need. We just need to get our 3 points and carry our bag and leave. And leave. We don't want to win. Fine, we're not trying to impress anybody. We just want to collect 3 points. Allow Man City to do their own.
Get your 3 points and go to Synagogue of All Nations and go and pray so that Manchester City.
TBH is no more alive. So going to synagogue will not even ensure anything because the place is not even booming like that again. Oh, we are hopeful.
All right. If you're just joining us, of course, this is the Arsenal watch along versus Manchester United here in the English Premier League. My name is Casey, the field footballer, of course, and we have Sam and Clint here in the studio. Currently, we are at halftime, 1-0 in favor of Arsenal. Arsenal is leading the game 1-0. And this is halftime. Come on, drop your predictions, drop your expectations. What do you want to see in the match? We have Jude Tove. Jude Tove has said, I want Manchester United to win. And of course, Jude said, Arsenal, forget about the trophy. It's already gone to Man City. That's one very harsh word, considering the fact that we have two Arsenal fans here in the studio. But then nobody cares about how you feel, Mr. Sam and Mr. Clint. People have their opinion and they need to voice it, and that's what we are saying. If you're here watching us for the first time or you're joining us again, come on, spill your mind. Go to the comment section. What do you expect? What do you want to see? Who do you want? Which team do you prefer they win? If Arsenal wins the game today, Arsenal will still position themselves properly to still have good title hope, because Manchester City could drop against West Ham or probably that is the hope for them. So they have 2 matches to go, and anything can happen to Manchester City in those 2 matches. For Manchester United, they need this win so they can be able to, of course, have European League qualification next season. The match is about to begin. This is the end of the halftime break. The players are marching into the field, and we should be expecting right now. We can see Ten Hag. Ten Hag is probably acting like he has given his guys some quick pep talks. Let's see if Ten Hag's talk is going to work here in the second half. The match has resumed. Arsenal versus Manchester United. Arsenal is leading 1-0. Clint is back. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Arsenal still has the game 1-0. And of course, we're in the 46th minute right now. So before you came, we were saying Ten Hag is looking like he has given his team some good pep talks. Let's see if the pep talks will work. You remember how you used to give your team in those days pep talk?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then they will not be coming like people that want to do something. So Mr. Sam Clint used to be a coach. I don't know if he's still a coach, but he used to be a coach back then. So
wow.
An Arsenal fan. So then, he also had another rivalry coach then. I used to form like Mourinho. But we'll leave that story. You say for another day, we'll bring it up in the AFCON.
Wait for another day.
Oh, God. This is just a little deviation, but Clint, a question for you.
Yeah.
The Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich, that last goal that Bayern Munich scored and they cancelled it.
Yeah.
What's your take?
Okay. So with this, I had this discussion with someone yesterday, and there was a picture I saw on the internet where they freeze that particular frame to show what happened. I think why they gave that offside was because the guy that contested the ball with the Madrid player was in an offside position. He didn't get to the ball, but interference with play makes you active in that scene.
Mm.
So it was counted as offside.
Mm. But then was knowing fully well that that's a high profile match, was that reason valid enough? Because for all we know, that is subjective. Another referee would probably give that goal.
And
Because
it
the
will
guy
still go
that,
to
like you said, yes, there was an
VAR
interference
review.
with play, but the interference was not direct, in the sense that where they
He
give those kind
jumped
of
to the player.
interference.
He jumped to the player to knock the ball, but he didn't get it. So he's obviously active in that play.
In that play.
Yes, he's active. That's why I think, but normally, because of the new rule, so you have to allow play for some time before you raise your flag. But it was so spontaneous. Immediately he raised his flag. So it became unusual, because normally you would have allowed it play out, then VAR will review. And I'm sure that if he had gone to VAR review, it would have been given as an offside.
If that match was Argentina versus Super Eagles and it was Messi that scored that goal, do you think they will cancel it? Because I can remember World Cup, the last World Cup. There was a handball. There was a handball in our 18 and it was a clear penalty. That's not even a natural position for your hand to be in.
Yes.
And that goal stood. That penalty was not given, rather, and it was to a penalty that would have made Nigeria qualify through the group stages. Mikel was heartbroken. Like, all the players were heartbroken. I won't forget that match in a hurry. So in my head, I'm thinking, if some obvious calls were denied, this one that happened it's something that a ref can just say, well, I've given it, and that's my decision. And of course, you defend it. But then that's that.
When referees are called to review incidents, it's usually obvious that it will be overturned. So I think if I'm serious, if it has gone to that VAR review, they will obviously say it's not a goal. Although I still think I don't know your thoughts on. I'm trying to deviate a bit. VAR during the Nations Cup, I think they were excellent.
Yes, VAR at the Nations Cup AFCON was excellent. Yes, we could give that to them.
I was not thinking maybe these guys need to come and learn from us. It's not all the time we go to learn from. They need to come and learn from us how we did it and perfected it. And we don't talk too much about it. I think CAF should be given some credit for that. I was
CAF
impressed.
should give some credit, but then I would say something, Clint. In football, there's what we call conflict of interest. In AFCON, I guess the politician in CAF has gone, which was Issa Hayatou. It was the most controversial politician.
Obvious.
It was very obvious. But I guess right now, it's when there's something at stake that you want to start, manipulating games or fixing games. But for now, I think, the Nations Cup was widely officiated and it was acceptable. But then I'm not even looking at any team that would have gotten preferential treatment, which, of course, the people that won the game eventually were the ones that would have gotten any treatment at all if there was any treatment to be given on a platter. So for me, I think AFCON was just because no serious interest. But then here we're talking of Real Madrid. Just in case you're joining us, we are just using this opportunity to review the Real Madrid Bayern Munich Champions League match and that incident that happened at the end of that match, and that led to the qualification of Real Madrid to the finals. And of course, Clint used to be a referee and he used to be a coach. He even used to be a keeper But I guess right now age has told on him. So I wanted to use him to give us. Let's hear from him as an ex-referee. What
Yeah.
does he think about that incident? And to him, he said, because the player interfered with the second, not the goal scorer, the second
Yes.
striker interfered with play. That's the reason why that goal was disallowed. I'm talking about the Champions League semi-final second leg between Manchester and Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. But then this is me now on a neutral ground. I'm just saying, if things were different with several other teams, that goal would have been given. But then that's where it is. Right now, let's go back to our match: Manchester United versus Arsenal. Arsenal is leading 1-0, and this means they are well positioned for the Premier League. That's if Man City drops points. But then if Arsenal doesn't win this game, or if Arsenal draws this game, I guess that's the end of Solomon Gandhi, isn't it, Clint?
That's the end. If Arsenal need nothing less than a win to keep hope alive. So if we falter today, that's the end. Man City are champions even before they kick the ball.
Well, as a football fan, we just want the whole thing to go down to the last day. We don't want situations where people get to win the league 3 games or 4 games to go. Manchester City has done that a couple of times, and it wasn't nice to football fans, because we just feel like it wasn't competitive enough. But now it's just a good feeling that Manchester City still know that they need to prove themselves worthy of that title, even on the last day, because Arsenal is obviously breathing down their neck. And that's what we want as football fans, regardless of your club, whether you're a Manchester United fan or a Chelsea fan, Liverpool, Arsenal, City fan. We want competition, and that's basically what makes the game interesting. And that's why we are not watching cricket. Everybody wants to watch football. So that's it. That's it. Manchester United still need to do more in this game. This is Arsenal home, I guess.
No, it's Old Trafford.
Is it Old Trafford?
Yes.
Oh, this is Old Trafford. Yes, this is Old Trafford. So we are even expecting Manchester United to do something. But from the way Arsenal is basically calling the shots here. Arsenal is calling the shots in Old Trafford, in Manchester United home. They are just putting these guys under pressure.
But it's funny this season, to delay a bit, but still in the season talks. How do we explain that the best attack and the best defense in the team will not win the league? In the league, I mean, will not win the league. The best attacking team and the best defensive team, which is Arsenal, scored more goals than any other team this season, and was considered less than any other team this season. And it will be so sad if we end up not winning the title.
You have a point. I guess if City were not in the picture, that this would have just been Arsenal's title straight up.
Yes. This City team is just a team made up of robots. That's all I can say. Yeah, a team made up of robots.
Those guys they are playing football like PlayStation.
Seriously. Look at the last match against Fulham. Fulham did well the first 15-20 minutes, and all of a sudden, everything went south.
I like what they do to Guardiola in European competitions.
Yes.
I like it's not like they put him in his place, but because he actually has a place in world football.
Yes.
If we must say the truth, and truth has to be said, Guardiola has revolutionized football. So we always give him credit when due. But then, like we said, we want competition, even within coaches, within teams, within players. We want competition. And Guardiola only gets that competition in European competition. Yes, in Champions League. So he meets other teams from other leagues and other coaches with very good ideas, and they show him how these things are done. Even some of the ones he won, he struggled to win before Real Madrid took them out. But he has conquered Premier League.
Yeah, he has. I think at this point he should just go to another team, another league.
Go to another league.
Another league entirely. There's nothing else to prove here. He has done it. Imagine in the last 7 seasons, he has won 6. Right? Am I correct? Or the last 6 seasons, he has won 5. It's unprecedented. It's too much. It's too much. And it wasn't like this for Premier League in the past. You can't come do one season, go on to do another season, and
yes.
I don't know what's happening to the Premier League. Do we say the Premier League is losing its glory? Because in the past, you see a team like Birmingham those days, Middlesbrough those days, they are called spoilers. They just be winning, and when it comes to them, they pin you down, score 1 goal, score another one, and you'll be wondering what is going on. It's not like that these days. I don't know why. But I think talking about Manchester United, it's a shame. It still brings us back to what Ronaldo was complaining about. If the club is no longer what it used to be, they have a lot of work to do, and I think they made that mistake from when Fergie left. Unlike Arsenal, when Fergie left, he chose a successor. Usually, it's not supposed to be like that, right? You have to make it competitive so that you can get the best hands.
Yes.
And you can see what happened with Arsenal. When Wenger left, it was thrown open. Then we got somebody. Work out the way we want it. He left. We got another person. That's how it's supposed to be. Manchester United used to have a culture. I can't see that culture anymore. They used to have a style of play. I can't see it anymore. They're all over the place. But you can look at Arsenal and see that they've maintained that same culture from the Wenger era. And that is what is working for them. So Man U need somebody that understands their culture and that can build on that culture, because football is evolving, right? Arsenal is still playing according to their culture, but it's more advanced right now. You get. So you see your wing backs inverting. We don't used to play like that before, but it's building on what you have. That's what we've done. Pull back, inverting to the midfield, making the midfield so compact that if it's a team that wants to play wing game, they will be swallowed because you will not find the space to go through. You get. So I think football is changing. Man U need to change what's happening. At least in their culture, but keep tweaking things to make it work.
Man U really need to evolve. They need to evolve. They need to evolve. And talking about what you said about the competition, in the league not really getting stiff as it used to be. I guess I would just affiliate that to the financial strength of certain clubs. Right now football is money,
Yes.
and most of these players, you can want to say some of them are really overpriced, and it's not because they are overpriced because they are being overpriced, but it's just because of what the market
Yeah.
is right now. So the market value for players are on the high, and if you are not a team with strong financial capacity, you can't compete. In those days, you're talking about where competition was very good. You can see the African best player Diouf. He was playing in Bolton now.
Yes,
You
true.
understand? The most skillful player in Africa, JJ Okocha, was playing in Bolton.
Bolton, yes.
You understand? Those players now, bring them in this generation now. It's Man City now.
Yes, Man City. That's true. Man
Real
City,
Madrid
that's where they
or
go to.
PSG. Is it not our
That's true.
African best or Osimhen now that PSG they are looking for him? Tomorrow is Man U. Next tomorrow is. But in those days, African best played in Bolton.
Yes, true.
Yeah. So this is
Played in
what we're
Portsmouth.
saying. Yes, the
Portsmouth,
financial power
Bolton.
now, yeah, it has made most teams now can't afford the best players that will probably compete at the highest level. But that's still not to say some of the teams are not trying. I guess what some of these teams do is they probably have an academy, and sometimes they buy these players young. So you can go to a Manchester City academy and buy a young player. Because for that player to be in City Academy or Barcelona Academy, it means that player is talented.
True.
But for some reason, they can't break into the first team of Barcelona or City. So some guys like Crystal Palace can go and buy them. They groom them and later sell them. That's the business strategy and model that most of these second level teams in the Premier League are actually doing. Else they can't cope. For me now, so look at this Cole Palmer
Yeah.
from City. He has been a revelation for Chelsea, even because of that guy.
Someone said minus Kopama's goals for Chelsea. And Chelsea position
That's
90.
17th with that relegation.
So his influence is huge. I think Arsenal is making their first change. Trossard is out.
Mm. So they are bringing Martinelli now.
Let me see who came in from. Obviously, it has to be Martinelli. Let's see Martinelli.
Yes,
and yes, Martinelli is on. It's a like for like change. I just wish Martinelli can reinvent himself.
That guy was hot last season.
I guess it's the effect of the injuries. Some players find it hard to get back to their top form after some certain injuries, while some just pick up like they never left.
Very true. Very true. Martinelli was very hot last season, so we just hope, we pray that he comes back to his form.
I think Arsenal is giving Man U a lot of space in this second half. They're letting them get into the game. And the problem Man U will have right now is the inexperience of this young players.
There's no Fernandes.
Yes, which is also what has affected Arsenal this season. These players, the only time they challenged for title was last season. They've never done it. You could say it's been only Jesus and Zinchenko. They can say, they know what fighting for a title is in the team until now. So give this Arsenal team one more year, and I think with the additions we want to make, they'll come out good. They'll come out good. Ahmad I think, is down. Is injured. Ahmad is injured. I think it's coming off for Anthony. Anthony is warming up to come in.
Anthony, the guy with very good prospect, but he still hasn't found his rhythm. You know, when you see Anthony, you see the flashes. You see those flashes. So
yes.
But I don't know. I just don't know.
He reminds me of Pius Ikedia.
Run. Reach.
With no results.
Just shoot the ball anywhere, but I remember when he first came, I was just giving some ball control.
Yeah.
As in, Baba was just, this Anthony guy, he was just giving everybody, Shakara steals, but, as in Aokwa Roga out there. So, I don't know what happened, but then, I also hope he gets himself. This one that a certain Ahmad is playing before him. This team has
this Amrabat is a strong player. Amrabat.
Ten Hag is confused. Ten Hag does not. You see, that's one thing about when that's one reason I love listening to Mourinho. Mourinho gives you an idea of what you've not experienced. In your best interest, if I were to be a coach, if Mourinho is talking, I'll put it on speakers. And I'll put it on replay.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because Mourinho, he says things that nobody wants to say. Like, he's that bold to want to say things that people rather say, let me not get into problem with the fans or the board, or for everything happening in Manchester United now, Ten Hag don't see shaky, he don't see Oba. But he will not talk now. Maybe he will talk later when he has left the club. But Mourinho will talk even when he's in the club. He will just say something.
He doesn't want to know. He will say his mind.
He will say it. This man, you will just kill this Ten Hag guy's career. Because most coaches that left Man U, only Mourinho resurrected. Every other coach that left Man U, where did they go to? Most of them disappeared. Moyes survived because Moyes was the golden son of Ferguson. And Moyes has made a name already in Everton.
Yes, he has made a name already in Everton.
You understand? And that's why Moyes still survived, after leaving Man U. Because people felt like, we know this Moyes now. And this is not the matter of where when they call they sing, I'm new in town. I like it. Now they said, no, we know you.
You know you.
You like you sing bumper to bumper. We know you. So I guess that's probably what have happened to Moyes, and they'll be like, okay, don't worry, forget this your Manchester United wahala. We know you as Moyes. You were even dragging top 4 when Premier League was that competitive with the big boys. Come and still coach, and that's why you see Moyes still got the nod. But so many other clubs, if you leave Chelsea, somehow you get to reinvent yourself somewhere else. PSG, one of these other good clubs. If you leave Arsenal, you tend to. But Man U, it's not Naomi that left Arsenal. He comes, go Villarreal, go shine, go there, go they shine.
Yes.
I see Unai Emery. And even Unai Emery, he was actually shining before he came to Arsenal.
Mr. Good evening.
Yes, he was shining in Spanish before he came. So even when you leave Arsenal, I don't know, for some reason it doesn't get that bloody, but I don't know whether it's the media that makes Man U that aggressive, that when you leave, people don't really want to associate with you much. Yeah. Maybe later when the whatever has faded down, you can now dust your CV. and go and see whether you can. I'll go to
So when
assistant
you leave
coach.
Man U, the best thing to do is to take a break.
Mm,
Remember, Mourinho did it.
mm,
He left Man U. He took a break. I'm thinking he did some other refresher courses, to keep his mind sound again
sound.
before coming back. And you can see when he came back, he went to Roma and did great things too.
Mm. Even in Man U, I will not say he won Europa League for them.
Yes, he won Europa League. Yes,
Since he left, waiting on Man U has not won.
true. I have not won anything since he left.
Man U has not won anything, nothing. Someone that came out and said the second position I took with Manchester United is about the best achievement in my career. So meaning he left Champions League glory that he has won. He left Premier League he has won with Chelsea. He said the second he got with Man U. That's to tell you that Baba put in blood inside that team.
He put in the work.
And when he left, what happened? Man U had just been man. If
Man U
Mourinho-
just another substitution now.
People should listen to Mourinho.
Johnny Evans left for Kwabuala to come in. That name sounds like Southern Africa.
Johnny Evans.
Kwabuala.
Oh,
For Johnny Evans.
okay, Evans.
Okay, I think it's Kambuala. It's Southern Africa, maybe Zambia or so. Let me check out the player. Although I think
is he a midfielder? Is he a defender?
I think he's a defender.
Casemiro last match, it be like vegetable. I'm on this life, better you leave football before football leave you. Because if football leaves you, they do very bloody.
Just live on the high. Live on the high.
That's
what some players are refused to understand. Live on the high. The truth is, you cannot remain fresh forever in football.
Not everybody can be a Modric.
No. A Cristiano.
A Ronaldo, a Messi.
A Messi, not everybody.
I don't even call Ronaldo and Messi because those ones, they be like...
They are superhumans.
Demigods and be. Like I use Modric. Because I know Modric, even Ibrahimovic, as the players that...
Yeah.
Even till they are like, you still see them balling.
Ibrahimovic played T41 or so.
Yes, now. Still balling, though. Now, Casemiro is saying in his early 30s or thereabout, and
Man U are really pressing right now. They are pressing. That's another attempt by Garnacho. Or he could only get the side netting. Was a good drive by McTominay and gave the ball to Garnacho, who drove past Ben White and took a shot straight to the side net. They are really getting some chances right now. I think Arsenal need to step things up. Who do they have on the bench? Let me see. Let me see who Arsenal has on the bench. Because I think right now they need to make some changes. Arsenal need to make some changes.
is Declan Rice on the field? I'm not.
Yes, he is. He is. And Partey has been making some bad judgment in passing. So I think it's time for maybe Jorginho to come in.
Jorginho, my guy.
That's another save for
See, this
Onana.
my own app is like some 30 seconds late. Oh. The
That's
main
some good stuff
the
from
main app why they use now, yeah, they use watch do this thing.
Oh, okay.
So this other app now, like say hey Martinelli, hey
Was
ah,
was a good shot, but
good shot that hit the crossbar.
Onana was
Mm.
Onana saved.
Oh, Nana saved it.
Yes, Onana saved it. It's the corner kick.
Oh, that's nice one.
Nice move by Saka. Ooh, Garnacho is driving in. Oh, corner kick. That was a fast counter attack.
Mm.
Hey, Saka has been injured.
Are you serious?
Yes, Saka has been injured.
Hey. He drove himself to injury. Oh.
Oh,
Mm. Garnacho. Garnacho is a good player.
he's a good player. He's a good player. He just needs the right people around him.
Just reminds me of Greenwood.
That's another corner. That's a nice holding up by Martinelli because he had no support, so he had to hold up the ball
Mm.
to. Saka is down. So Jesus is coming in for Saka.
Wow. You guys still have Jesus on the bench. Oh. Squad can
You know, by last season we couldn't say same because immediately what's his name Saliba got injured. Oof, that was a bad fall. That was a bad fall. That was a bad fall. But you know the funny thing is down. The next match you see him playing again. That boy is made of steel. He's made of steel.
He's still young now. He's very young. His bones are still strong.
Yeah.
Mm. Wow. The money they pay these guys, it has reached to enter fans. Just guy.
That's good. Ooh. Onana again.
Jesus. All right.
Saved by Onana. I'm telling you, if you took out Onana saves from Man U this season,
Mm.
they would have been relegated by now.
But some people still sound like he's the problem.
He's not. He does not have a good defense. You know, one of the things that Arsenal have going for them is a good pair of defenders, right? Saliba and Gabriel, fantastic pair, and they've been consistent throughout the season.
Mm.
They've been consistent throughout the season. So you will say Raya is good, But if he has the kind of Man U defense, I'm sure he will not do that good. Man U has no. I'm not sure this season um, they have multiple people pairing in that um, center half. They have many pairings, so that consistency is not there. It's not there. Unlike what you see for Arsenal, you always have Gabriel and Saliba there, always there.
Man, you are not, like you said, they are not playing. There's no pattern,
Yeah.
and to even think they are being coached by Ten Hag. Come on. To be fair, Chelsea plays better than these guys. Yeah, Chelsea. I don't know, for some reason they just
They
concede.
play more purposeful football.
Chelsea plays good football, but they just keep conceding.
Yeah.
But Man U, I don't know what Man U's challenge is, because it not be like say this. I can't see. And you cannot see the players are getting old because they have young small boys.
Yeah, that's young players.
They have Casemiro, they have at least Evans. They still have some people in the team that should act as leaders and should give the team some level of focal point. But for some reason, Manchester United are still wallowing in their. Well, if Ten Hag's head goes this season, I will not be surprised. But then it still boils down to the board making good analysis, because for Chelsea, Pochettino can say, I lost Nkunku, I lost James, I lost Chilwell, and these are valid reasons. I mean,
True.
You want those kind of, you can see what James did in last match. See the quality.
What they've lost.
You understand? The quality was just scattering everywhere. Like, when you see quality of James yesterday its quality was just, I was like, come on. And I'm happy for him and I'm happy for England, because we'll be covering the England here, the Euros. Yeah, on the channel. And of course, for my boys here, they love James. I know they're happy that James is back. Because if there's no James in that England squad for these Euros, I don't know what, with that guy's quality, So if Pochettino can argue and say, yes, I didn't perform well because I lost this player, I lost Nkunku. And you can see Nkunku came in, and you can see that's why you see these last two matches, Chelsea has just, been magical. So aside winning the games, you are seeing that the team is playing well, and you are seeing quality all over the pitch. So, but for Ten Hag, aside Fernandes, what else will he say is his major, why the team is? So we're not even talking about him not scoring goals, because if you are losing a striker, you can say, okay, that's why you're not scoring goals. We are saying, why are you not even playing well? Why is the team just playing like one Division 3 team? And you are being coached by one of the supposedly best in world football, Erik Ten Hag. This is not a good time to be a Man U fan. Man U fans all over the world, we wish you guys all the best. Every club have their trying times, and I would say for free, the most endured club, or the most endured fans, of course, is Arsenal. Arsenal have gone. That's why I'm happy to see Arsenal fans proud right now of their team. In my family, I have Arsenal fans. Of course, Clint has been my brother over the years. He's an Arsenal fan. So I'm happy to see Arsenal fans close to me, happy, because it feels to me like, you know how it is when you've not been lucky with relationships.
Yeah. And you finally get it right.
And you finally see one guy or one babe that decide to, get it right for you, and
It's a long time coming.
No. Arsenal have seen shaky.
So Man U did a triple change right now. Taking off Amrabat, Wan-Bissaka, and Højlund. Bringing in Eriksen, Fosun, and Whitley.
Eriksen.
Yes.
That's another quality guy.
So but I'm not familiar with these Fonso and Whitley guys. Another save, super save. Onana has done them a great deal today.
Onana is trying. He's trying, but then when you're a goalkeeper, you come into the team with so much expectations. The world expects you to, as a keeper, the world expects you to even catch failed relationships, failed marriages, failed, So I don't know what they expect of Onana. Not like there's no room for improvement for him as a goalkeeper, but then, when you see some fans saying like Onana is part of their problems, they would have probably left a DG and all that. And for me, I don't know what to say, but then I know Onana's second season will be good because the Premier League is a different beast altogether.
Yes.
You can be good somewhere else, and that's why you see most academy players, they cope very well with the Premier League because for some reason they go to the stadium, they are used to the fans, they're used to the chairs, they're used to every little detail that happens within the field. So when you're an academy player, before your turn gets to play, you're already used to that environment and that whole tension and expectations within the club.
Yeah.
But when you come from a different league into the Premier League, it's difficult to survive. Even in corporate jobs, if you come from USA, to say you're coming to work in Italy, you're coming to work in Spain or England, you would have difficulty. It's normal. You understand? Sometimes it's just the environment. Sometimes it's
culture.
So many things just sometimes they are not things you can feel. Like they are not things you can touch, rather, yes. But you can feel them. You can feel like this work is hard. Onana would not be saying things, but I know right now, because he had the profile of coming in from Inter Milan, he got to the final of the Champions League.
Yes.
So in his right, he's a good keeper. So if you get to the final of the Champions League with an Inter Milan as a goalkeeper, and you are coming to a Premier League, Manchester United, at that time, Inter Milan even had more market value than United because United has
so much expectations.
They've been on the down slope. So, but then him coming here, as a high-profile goalkeeper from the Italian League, and you're coming to the Premier League, of course, he's tend to have that culture shock. So many things are bound to affect Onana. So, for so many smart Manchester United fans, they just feel like he will settle in with time. But then you can see his brilliance. You can see flashes of what Onana does in the field of play. Yeah. But a sinking team is a sinking team. I can bet you if Deji was in the club right now,
the same thing will still happen.
The same thing will be happening to Deji if he was in the club. He will even concede more goals right now because even when things are well, Deji they concede. Get some days he will just come to the field and I don't know whether he used to forget his sensor somewhere. He will just come to the field. So for me, I think of course, regardless of what's happening, we need to give this guy some credit. Onana, that's for Manchester United fans. This is just my message to you. Give Onana some time to settle in. Of course, it will make you guys proud. I can see brilliance. I can see flashes of signs of a good keeper. Yeah. Oh, this is no. Okay, so Manchester United now, because it's almost coming to an end, Manchester United are going to play like the match means well, the match means a lot to them.
Yeah.
Arsenal have been dominating them since the blast of the first minute of this game. But now we're in 93rd minute, going to 94th minute. Manchester United are beginning to now play like they need this win. Well, as a semi Chelsea fan,
So now you are semi.
no, this season I've left Chelsea. I've left Chelsea. They need to put their acts together. They need to put their act together.
Yeah.
So for me, a loss for Manchester United will probably just make me a bit happy. I don't mind if they can choose to lose. It's actually their business. I mean, Manchester United, they can choose to lose, and Arsenal. I need Arsenal to compete for this title till the last.
Let the fight go on to the last day.
Yes, and I'm even hoping Arsenal will win the title. At least for some reason, just like we said, when you've probably been in a relationship with the wrong people, at least when you meet the right person, you want to see you want to see signs that okay, we are now in a new era. So I want Arsenal to use this season at least because next season will be a bit tough.
To be tougher.
It will be tougher, obviously, because Liverpool are making changes right now. I think this guy is going, coach is going.
Yes.
Things will happen in next season. Chelsea probably will be more stable. Strikers, Jackson and the rest. A lot of people are in the market looking for Osimhen. Whoever, if PSG does not get Osimhen, then the Premier League club will get Osimhen. It could be Liverpool, it could be Arsenal, it could be Man U, it could be Newcastle, it can be Chelsea. So a lot of things will probably change next season, and there's no guarantee that Arteta might come this close. He
True.
might.
True, but remember we said the same thing last season. That this was Arsenal's best chance to win it. It will never happen again. But look at what's going on right now. The truth is, Arsenal is on the rise, and they are making the right signings. You can see it. Oh, we're building something. We're working towards something, and they're doing it. As of last month, we're already hearing transfer rumors of their targets. So they're being precise. Okay, this is who you want. And from what I understand from Edu, they have primary targets and they have a secondary target. The match is over. It's over.
Of course, if you're just joining us, unfortunately, the match is over. The match between Arsenal and Manchester United here in the English Premier League. And it ended 1-0 in favor of Arsenal.
A 20th minute goal from Trossard.
The 20th minute goal, obviously, from Trossard gave Arsenal the lead. And this keeps their title hopes alive. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm also happy for Arsenal? Arsenal over the years have been sure that they've been looking for top 4.
Right.
Like Umuwa na Chon Koron Kafo. Arsenal have been looking for top 4. Since I know Arsenal, once they qualify of top 4, it's as if they've won the league.
Yeah.
But now, Arsenal they are not even talking of top 4 again. So we need to congratulate every Arsenal fan out there. I'll make you guys understand that we love you and we are proud of what you've been building, because for an Arsenal right now not to be talking of top 4, as in they are talking of title. Come on. This is a big step and a bold step, and it's a step in the right direction that, of course, Arteta is doing at the club. For some reason, I know Arteta will succeed because when midfielders, and I'm saying this not with any proof anywhere, but having played the game as a field footballer, as a midfielder, somehow you tend to know the players that we fit in.
AC Bola.
Yes, you know
Yes.
football is like pizza. Football is like pizza.
Yes.
You understand? And for some reason, when you are in the midfield, you are seeing defense, you are seeing attack.
You have seen everything.
You are seeing everything.
You're like a general.
Yeah, general. So when you retire, and you can imagine an Arteta was actually a general in the midfield. Let's give it to him. Let's give it to him. He was unlucky to have played in the era of Xavi and Iniesta. That's why. And probably that's why he didn't really. We didn't really get to see more of Arteta in the Spanish league. But then we saw his quality in the Premier League. Arteta is a general in the midfield. Probably just like a Fabregas. So when you see like those kind of people become coaches, they know they know the part of the puzzle that is missing. They know the part of the pizza that needs to be eaten and the one that needs to be replaced and to put everything together. So I already knew Arteta will perform. But, performing to the point of wanting to challenge Man City is where I did not envisage that Arsenal as a team would get to. So, of course, I'm super proud of every Arsenal fan and the Arsenal club. I'm not an Arsenal fan. Hello. I'm not an Arsenal fan. But this is, of course, one of why we are here at the Sport Edition studio is to give props to who is due and, of course, to celebrate people who needs to be celebrated regardless of the club we support. Arsenal needs their flowers and they need to be given their flowers, both the fans, the coaches, the board, who else? The players. The players, of course, they are the ones putting in the time, the energy, and of course the training sessions to keep giving us quality performance and that we all enjoy watching them in the Premier League. All right, guys, this is actually where we'll probably draw the curtain on our live watch along podcast here at the Career Bus Studio in UK. Of course, I was joined by the one and only Clint Dominic, an ex-referee, an ex-player, an ex-goalkeeper. If you want to hear anything about football, of course, Clint is the man you would always want to see. And, by virtue of this, I'm anointing Clint as one of the generals of the Sport Edition studio. I can guarantee you that Clint will be coming back very often here in the studio to, of course, share his wealth of experience in sports. And that's why we are here. That's why you even see someone like me trying to do the sport podcast for you guys, because we have so much knowledge that, we probably will not get to play the game to professional level. So, but the idea is there, the head is there. We see things that maybe non-footballers don't see, and then we are converting it to this podcast to say, come on, join us. Whenever you have a match to watch, of course, tune into our YouTube channel, the Sport Edition, and we would actually watch the match along with you, give you every highlight that you need to see. Even if you are busy, you're driving home, you're in the office, you can't connect to the match, but you want to know what's happening, you want to get live update on the match, here is the right place to be, the Sport Edition studio here at the Career Bus Podcast. Come on, join us. Like we said, we will be covering the Euros, we will be covering the AFCONs, we will be covering the Olympics, and the Premier League season is coming to an end. Unfortunately, we'll probably still cover one or two matches, and of course, the Champions League final will be covered here live on the program. And obviously, I'll probably bring in a Clint, I could bring in an Uche, I could bring in anybody, because that match needs high level of analysis, and these guys would always be nice enough to come and share their wealth of knowledge here in the studio. Clint, what are your last words for Arsenal fans all over the world?
Hang in there. There's still a glimmer of hope somewhere, I believe. Like Wenger used to say, believe is everything. Believe we are doing the right things, and we hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Of course, I wish Arsenal all the best in their title chances just to give you guys what they need to do. A basic recap. Arsenal needs to win their next game, and Manchester City have 2 games in hand, and they need to at least lose
Draw one.
them or
Draw
a draw.
one. Yes,
They
a
need
draw.
to lose one, and they are actually meeting Tottenham and West Ham. So that is the situation Arsenal find themselves in if they must have a chance in clinching that trophy. I am not an Arsenal fan, but I want to see Arsenal win that trophy. Manchester City have won it quite a number of times in recent years, and of course, we want football to be competitive. That is why we are football fans. We want it to be competitive. Probably next season it will be more competitive, but for now, this is the reality. Arsenal and Manchester City are the only 2 clubs that could win it. But then we're looking at the top 4 for European Champions League and Europa League next season. We have the likes of Liverpool, we have the likes of United, we have Chelsea, we have everybody gunning for that position. But then we are looking at who is going to play the 6th position, because Tottenham and the rest of them, they are already qualified for Europa, and the other guys in the Champions League top 4. So we are looking for the last position. Is it going to be Newcastle? Is it going to be Chelsea? Arsenal have lost, Manchester United have lost today, so it's going to be very difficult for Manchester United to qualify for Europa League next season, unless they want to play the other National Europa League. But then that is all we have here in the studio today. Join us next time in our live watch along session. This is where we call it a day here at the Career Boss Studio Sport Edition. My name is Casey, the field footballer. And of course, I was here with Clint, the magnificent hand, both in the keeping, the referee, and even as a coach. We will bring him again next time, of course, and he would always want to join us here, because I know you had fun now joining us in the studio. All right, this is a goodbye from all of us here at the Career Boss Studio. We say bye.